Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to your favorite podcast. I'm your host, the marketing boss, Shelby McFarland, and I am joined today by another boss, the hair boss. This is Rachel Harris. Hey girl.
Hey girl.
She has been doing my hair for a hot minute. No, we do not dye it because it's beautiful. Obviously, but she does make sure that I stay healthy. And apparently, I have a couple of grays coming in that we may need to be covering up soon. Oh my gosh.
It happens.
It does. It does. So, we are going to talk about small businesses today. I know, shocker, we always talk about small businesses, but when I'm sitting in the chair with her, we always talk about a few of the frustrations that we both deal with as small business owners. And then also, I have clients that go through this stuff too. You have clients that go through this stuff. So, why don't you just start us off today, Rachel? Tell us what we're going to be talking about.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say thank you so much. And this is my first podcast ever.
I know.
So I'm super
I'm
excited.
popping that cherry, girl. Hey.
Yes. Thank you for allowing me
Yeah.
here. So since I've opened up my business and everything, and the longer that I've been in business, I really just want to advocate for not only myself but other small business owners.
Yeah.
We depending on how you look at the economy right now, some people are going through a really tough time, others not. And in general, owning a small business, it's riding the waves.
Yep.
There's ups and downs. There is so much behind the scenes that the general public doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping, that we can answer some questions, talk about some things today,
Yeah.
so that you at home, maybe
Yeah.
get a better insight. And while I would love to change everybody's mindset on this,
We wish.
yes, wishful thinking. But I think, if what has said here today just changes one person,
Yeah.
as far as even like making themselves pause and
Mhm.
and think about, how they view businesses and what their expectations are.
Yeah.
And then hoping, that we can say something that give you some insight to things that you might not know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
If you're not a business owner.
true.
So we met because you asked for recommendations for a graphic on your window. Gosh,
Yes.
what was that? Like 3, 4 years. Kinsey was in her kangaroo pouch. So Kinsey was in a kangaroo pouch. So it's like probably 4 years ago.
For almost 5 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy. So she knew me in my kangaroo pouch days. Kenzie used to hang out and I would do my decal install. But anyway, so she asked some on Facebook, I believe, recommendations. But the way that you worded it was not what we're going to talk about today. She was just like, I need a recommendation on a great sign person. Who is it? I went out. She also had people that didn't return phone calls, that didn't return messages that she had reached out to. So I went out, gave her the quote. She said, absolutely, let's do it. She didn't question my price. She didn't ask me to show 1,700 different examples of things that I've done. She trusted me because other people recommended me, and you paid the price because you understand how important that is as a small business owner.
Yes.
So when you ask for recommendations on Facebook and you go, I'm looking for someone reasonable, I'm looking for someone that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, that's not cheap. What exactly does that mean? And how do you react to that as a business owner?
Well,
When you're tagged, let's say all these people, because me and you both
yes.
get tagged on things like that.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
Well, fortunately for me, not only have I taken on some really great clients that respect my time,
Yeah.
respect my talent and everything. And I've had lots of conversations where a lot of them are very decisive whenever they're going to recommend me to someone else, which I completely am so thankful for.
Yes. We're not gonna just throw you to
Yes,
anybody.
yes. And I appreciate that more than you will ever know. Um, yeah, but when, I see these things, it's like I think something that most people are not seeing or not taking the time to understand is that when you are asking in a way
Mm.
of, wanting to get a service but looking for, the least amount of money that you can spend for something, I mean, one, I've always had the mindset that you get what you pay for.
Absolutely.
So,
You can't have the best and the cheap.
yes,
And that's what that comes across as.
yes. I mean, doing what I do, doing hair is, it's to me in the kind of in the same category as like, let's say you want a new pair of shoes. Well, you have to think about what you want, what you're going to wear them for, what occasions, is
Yep.
this for? I mean, yeah, anybody can go find a cheap pair of shoes at the dollar store, but do you need some, sustainability? Do you
Right.
need
Are you gonna wear it?
yeah,
Yeah.
you need some
Yeah.
longevity, you need a big lifespan for this.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are asking for something and trying to spend the least amount of money possible, like we understand that everybody has a different budget.
Absolutely.
I have kind of tailored my business like that because, like, say for instance, with my retail that I sell at my shop, I have different prices because I have clients of all different budgets.
Yep.
So I want to make something, provide something that is inclusive. But the one thing that I'm not going to do is I'm not going to lower myself or
Mm.
my standards just to fit somebody else's budget.
Yes.
It sounds harsh, but you can either afford me or you can't.
But that says a lot about you as a hairdresser, I mean, I think that you know your worth, you know your value, and a lot of people, I mean, you've been doing hair forever, so you finally are like into that season where you're like, no, this is what it is.
Hmm.
It's literally taken me 10 years to go like, no, this is like what I'm worth, because it's so hard as business owners. We want to make sure that we're paying our bills, we're paying our employees, our children have a good life, our spouses have a good life. We can pay our rent or our mortgage, whatever that is, and so we're like, okay, yeah, sure, sure, sure. We bend over backwards for these people. And what do those people end up as? The worst headaches ever.
Yes.
Like when it's the last $100 they're spending, I literally just did a sign. I have to tell you. I did a sign. It was $150. It looked just like the other signs that I've done on the same marquee, but obviously it was the last $150 that this woman has ever spent, and she was the pickiest out of every single person. Now, do I have a very high standard for myself and my team? Absolutely. But if it passes my inspection, I would say that it should pass other people's inspection as well. So I went out and redid the whole thing twice. $150 down the drain. I pretty much made a negative $25 on that. Like after you put like my time, my driving, I mean, I redid it, of course, because I want to make her happy, right? The last thing we need, let's go into this. If we don't make these people happy that are super picky and they leave us a negative review, well, then what do we look like when we're trying to argue with them?
Hmm.
Right?
Hmm. Yeah, it's really frustrating sometimes trying to um explain your worth and trying to get
Yeah.
people to understand. But when you are asking in a way that, you're not just looking for a quality service or making it known that that's what you're doing,
Yeah.
you're truly diminishing
Mm-hmm.
that small business owner's talent,
Mm-hmm.
their time, all the money that they've spent. I
Yeah.
mean, okay, so for my business, my industry, I have to have a license to be able to perform the
Yeah,
services
literally. Yeah.
I'm doing. So with having a license, I had to go to school.
Yeah.
I spent money. I spent the
Time.
better part
Yeah.
of a year completing
Mm-hmm.
my class that I had to get these hours for and everything. So when I put in so much effort
Mm-hmm.
to see someone that doesn't understand or truly appreciate that is really like disheartening.
Yeah.
I think that, first and foremost, we want to make people happy. We want to
Yeah.
retain as much business as we possibly can. But at the same time, there's this other saying, not all money is good money.
Absolutely. And I just I have some clients that are like bottom of the roster clients because they've been with me for 5+ years. They've been at the same price for 5 years. All my newer clients have been paying quadruple the same, the price for the same services. And I finally mustered up the confidence last week and sent an email to 11 people, 11 clients. I sent an email going, hey, October for or 15th, this is the new increase in your price. I didn't even increase it to what other people are paying, right? Because I'm trying to retain them. I'm trying to, respect that they've been with me for a while. I appreciate that. And I had people email me back and go, "Well, that's a 60% increase and I just don't see the value in that." And so my rebuttal is, "That's great. Well, other people are paying quadruple the amount and they do see my value, so thank you so much for being my client as long as you have."
Mhm.
And you would think, I thought most of them would be, well, most of them have been great, but even it hurts a little bit, right? Because you're like, "God, I've been going above and beyond for you for 5 years. And then you're telling me that a 60% increase? Do you still buy milk at the grocery store? Do you still fill your tank up of gas
Yes.
every week?" Like, there's other things in life that we have no control over, but we also have to pay for that. I put like
Yes.
freaking 50,000 miles on my car in a year, you
Well,
know?
and I think that's something too that people don't realize whenever, especially when you're verbally, physically
Mhm.
like saying this to someone, or even in a text or an email,
Yeah.
it's the way that you deliver things.
Absolutely.
So even if, the
Yeah.
60% increase was too much for some people, all they
Yeah.
had to say was,
It's out of my budget.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is not quite in my budget right now. Thank you so much for what you've done for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to completely close the door on
Right.
this,
Yeah.
and we'll, come back to this and regroup in, a couple of months or something.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Um,
Or reach out to me at the beginning of the year or,
yes,
and I mean, I try to give them like a heads up because I know 6 months is a little bit too long. You do all this research, right? Because you're really just trying not to make people mad.
yes,
But in my industry, there's so many people that do things for so cheap, like social media stuff, they kind of diminish the value in general.
yes.
And so I really have to hone into, like, I've been doing this for 14 years. I've been
Mhm,
doing it consistently for clients for 10 years in this business. And I
mhm.
think you also have that to lean on, your experience and who you are. I remember one time one of my family members, we will not call her out, I decided, I swear, y'all, family is the worst ever to actually recommend to your people. I will never do it again. I have only done it a couple times and it's always burned me. But I remember she hates her hairdresser. Her hair always looked different. She's been going to her for over 10 years and every single time her hair looked different. That's so weird to me. Anyways, so weird. And so I'm like, "Hey, listen, you got to get with Rachel. She's the best. She will keep it consistent. She'll listen to you. She'll take her time with you to make sure," because she's very specific about her hairstyle. I mean, I guess not too specific, right? I mean, whatever. So she goes to Rachel a couple times and she's like, "You know what? I just can't. First off, broke up with you over text. Gross. We don't like that. Don't like that." She did an incredible job on her hair. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Rachel fan, but you really did. And it was the same. Oh, yeah, every time that you did it. And broke up with her over text, going, "You know what? I just got to save and go back to this other lady." But guess what? This is a great example. She's saving money, getting terrible service, getting canceled on all the time. Her hair always looks different when she could spend a little bit more money. And what is she gaining? The same hairstyle, the same hair color. Never going to be canceled on unless, like, your whole, I mean, the only way you would cancel on someone, I swear, would be like if you were dying or in the hospital. And
Yes,
even then,
yes.
I feel like you'd be like, "Listen, you roll up that chair, y'all. Just come on over here. I'll help you out." If you can move your right hand, I feel like you you would do hair.
And y'all, like, when it comes to cancellations, I
Ooh,
I will be the first to admit
yes.
I unfortunately get a little perturbed sometimes
There's no
because,
unfortunately. It's okay. It's okay.
well, it's all like I said at the beginning, it's all
Yeah,
like riding the waves. But
yeah,
when it comes to cancellations, like, I expect so much of myself, and
absolutely.
I put so much of myself into every client and what
Mhm,
we're doing for them. So, and you're right. Like, I literally would have to be on my deathbed
mhm.
and I probably still would show up there.
She would like have a mask on, oxygen hooked up to her. Like, I'm
I
not
might leave
kidding.
a hospital bed up there, but
She
I'm
might.
gonna do your hair.
She will, like, seriously. But what did you start doing? So you had to start implementing a cancellation policy, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And what was like, I want to know just out of curiosity, what were people's experiences with that or like reactions to that once you told them?
I think for the most part it's been good.
Good.
Some people, you're never going to please them no matter what you do.
Right.
When it
Yes.
when it comes to changing prices,
Yeah.
cancellation policies, whatever it is, you're not going to make some people happy, unfortunately. But the thing too that's kind of sad is, like, I would say that I have about maybe a handful, maybe a little bit more of clients that actually, before I even have to say anything, are, because they've had to cancel or
Mm,
because we've had to rearrange their appointment and everything, they're saying to me before I say anything, please let me pay you for your time.
absolutely. Yeah.
And that's something else that you will
Yep.
never know how much I truly appreciate that.
Well, because that
That
means they appreciate your value,
Yes,
what you give to them.
yes.
Yeah.
And I think the most that, we can expect of ourselves and of people in general is, like, just be a decent human being.
How hard is that?
It seems very hard sometimes,
It
but
really is, and people love to be keyboard warriors now and like get online and I even find that to be true about myself sometimes. If I have a terrible experience, I'm like, I'm telling everybody. But then if I have a great experience, I'm like, I mean, that was good. Yeah, I expected that. It's as simple as going to a restaurant or something. We have a great experience with a great waitress or waiter, and we want to make sure we can tell people about that. And of course, my core group of people, which you are in, I'll always get referrals from me. But that's more of like one on one. We share things online about each other. We go to networking events together, like that kind of stuff. And so it's very important that we do support each other as business owners, but that we also support other small businesses as their customers and their clients and not be that freaking annoying person, right?
yes.
So, really, what we want you to just kind of understand, I think there's two folds to this um, conversation today. Number one, if you are a small business owner, have the guts and the balls and the freaking confidence to raise your prices. Start charging for a consultation. I started doing that, by the way.
Mm,
Charge for a consultation. It's just $25, but guess what? It makes them be committed to showing up and they're
yes,
not ghosting me.
yes,
Um, raise your prices. Maybe change around some of your services because it fits you better than maybe it fits your client or something, like, or your current client base, what you're moving towards in the future. And then on the other side of things, we want to make sure that as consumers, we are treating small businesses as humans because we're supporting all the celebrities, we're supporting Timu, we're out there supporting Sheen, and we never complain about them. You didn't hear anybody gripe about Sheen raising their prices whenever all that tariff stuff
yes,
happened.
yes,
Now, did I really like paying that? I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I am a Sheen customer, but I also buy the majority of my stuff here locally at boutiques or something, like, or even the local Walmart. I mean, there are bigger stores that are owned locally that people don't realize. But
yes,
at the same time, I'm not over here complaining that I just went and bought my stepdaughter an outfit from a local boutique and it cost $140. That didn't bother me because it's great clothes. She's going to wear them for a while and she felt cute in it.
yes,
And I know the owner of the boutique, which makes it even better. It's like, okay, well, I'm supporting her at the same time.
yes.
So, what else do you have to say to them, Miss Rachel Harris?
Well, I think too, I want to touch on, what you're talking about,
Yeah.
the big box stores and everything.
Okay.
I will be the first to tell you, like, I order from Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
I go to Walmart, I go to Target, I go to all of these other places just like you do.
Yep.
So I'm not saying that, we need to put them out of business because they definitely have their place and time too.
Yeah.
But something that I would love to see more of, so we have like a, what is it, once a year, like a tax-free day or something,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and people get out and normally support a lot of small businesses,
Yeah.
few different times of the year, but, like, supporting local should be something that we should be talking about all year.
All freaking year, just
Not
like COVID.
Yes.
COVID was like a great year for small business.
Yes, not just certain times of the year. Because I was thinking the other day, like leading up to this session. So let's say that you're going on a trip, and this has actually happened to us several times. So, you're going on this trip, you're packing, you're getting all the stuff together that you're going to take on this trip, and then so many things fall through the cracks. So you know, at the last minute, you decide like, oh, I need a new shirt or I need some shoes or something to take on this trip. So you get on Amazon. Well, Amazon, yeah, they're going to deliver whatever this is that you're wanting, but because of the time and how long you waited to order that, like they're not actually getting it to you until like you're already on vacation or until you get back from vacation.
Mm.
Well, that doesn't work, does it? So then you remember that, like, hey, I've got this small business right up the street from me. And they probably have something that, I'm wanting, something in particular I'm looking for. So we love the small businesses when, it's something convenient
Convenient. Yes.
for us. But if small businesses are truly important to you, they're going to be someone that you're supporting all year, not just certain times of the year.
Yeah.
um I've also like really been coming across a lot of threads where people are talking about um that they get asked quite frequently, is there any way that you can discount your
Ugh.
prices?
Literally the worst.
And that like not only makes me angry for
Yeah.
them, but like so sad because you at home that don't own a business,
Mhm.
you think that you're struggling in your everyday life. Well, what
Right.
about the small business
Yes.
owner?
Yes.
And I think that's something important too. We've been made to believe or pressured, influenced, whatever you want to call it, that there are all these people that we need to have empathy for
Mhm.
around us in society. Well, what about, having empathy for a small business owner too?
Yep.
Because there are so many that just over this past year or in the time that I've had my business open that have had to close their doors because
Yep.
of financial reasons, because they're not retaining enough
Mhm.
clientele. And it's like that person is like having to give up on their dreams,
Yeah.
whether it be temporary or whether it be long term. That person deserves to have something that makes them happy, that brings them joy in life, just like you do.
I totally agree with that. And I'll go back to the point where you said, like, asking people to discount their prices. I've had people go, okay, well, so and so will do it cheaper. You know what? If that so and so is a small business, absolutely.
Mhm.
And if they are the person for you, that's great. If that's what fits your budget, that's awesome. You're still supporting a small business. I'm not going to discount my prices to that person because obviously we have different values of ourselves, and that's okay,
True.
but at least they are supporting the other business. It's whenever they're asking, like, oh, can I have a discount because I know, I mean, could you imagine me coming in going, I sent you like so many referrals, girl. Like, can I have my hair for free today? Like, no, I literally get a blowout, y'all, before every trip, and it's the best thing ever. Or just a random Friday, because I mean, why not? You just need a random blowout on a Friday.
Something about that too. So thankfully I haven't had too many clients that are like this, but I've had a few clients over the years that like, you know, they've come to me several times. And, you come one time, you're no longer a new client.
Hmm.
So they keep coming back, but then every time that they want to make an appointment, they're asking, do you have any promo deals going on? Do
What's
you
your promo right now?
Yeah. And I just have to, bluntly say like I don't
This
do
is my service.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
do promotions.
Yeah.
That's just not how I run things.
Yeah.
Um I
We're
don't
not great clips.
no. Well, and I don't believe that I need to discount my
Yep.
prices to fit
Yep.
everyone else's box of what they think I need to be in.
Absolutely. And you know who your clientele is. Like, you know who you want to serve.
Yeah.
And I think it's taken me a really long time at the beginning of my career, or at least this business. I was like, yes, yes, yes. I said yes to everybody. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I'll do your market. I'll do your market. And I'm sure you were the same way. We're like, yes,
True.
get in the door. Let's get this money coming in. But once you finally understand, you know what? I really like working with these people. These are so much better. I want to work with the business owners. I want to work with the women that understand the value of a dollar and the services and come,
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. So I definitely think that that's a big thing too, as business owners that we are, that we actually understand what our value is. And I'm proud of us for that, for sure.
True.
And being united 100%, being like,
True.
no, if any weakness, you go, hey, Shelby, I'm gonna be like, no, you don't do promos. You don't do that. But honestly, when business gets slow, what do we start thinking? We're like, oh man, we need to just like,
Yeah.
okay, we need to discount our prices significantly. Oh, I need to get you in the door. I've been there so many times. I'm sure you have too,
Yes.
where you're like, business is slow right now.
Yes.
But I like that. That's good. What else you got for us?
Well, I love too that even though, you still get this culture right now of wanting to, like, they want discounted prices and, everything like that, but I'm equally loving that other business owners like yourself are being more candid about
Yes. Yes.
what you're going through.
Yeah.
I have a Facebook friend that he posted something the other day. So this guy owns a gym, and he literally like posted a picture of his electric bill for,
I
a
saw
month.
this. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he
Over $1,000.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. And he explained, not
Yeah.
only like is this expensive, but in the summer because of the facility, because they're,
Yeah.
they're having to run the air and everything. But he posted this to really try to help, other people understand
Yeah.
that. So in his case, he gets asked a lot, like, why do you not have this certain equipment?
Yeah.
Why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? Because this
Yes.
this is what I'm paying for in electricity.
Mhm.
You know, we we don't want to have to unfold every
No.
little detail
No.
of what we deal with on a daily basis, but like if we don't start to see
Mhm.
the public change as far as like at least attempting to try to understand some
Yeah.
of the things that we go through, then this is what it looks like.
Mhm.
We have to start being honest.
Yeah.
We have to start saying like these are the reasons.
Yep.
These are the specific reasons of why I operate the way that I do.
Mhm. And I've kind of taken that approach too on social of like just sharing conversations that I have during the day with people. And when people are just straight jackasses on the phone, I'm like, well, there's the social media post. Okay, let's talk about it, y'all. And this year was really slow. I mean, the first 4 or 5 months of this year, I was like, what is going on with my life? It's like, this is my 10-year anniversary. I was supposed to like have an exploding number of sales, but it was really slow and I couldn't even figure it out. But I was very open about that on social media. Like, if anyone out there, because I found it to be true, a lot of people were slow at the beginning of this year for some reason. We still don't really know why, but we were. So here we are. But it was really great to connect with other business owners and be like, this is what we're going through, and understanding. And when he did that post about the electric bill, I was like, right on, dude. Like, that was really impressive because he
There.
does own a gym and he is asked a lot and he just raised his prices and stuff. So that was really smart too of him, was to be like, this is literally the reason why I've had to raise my price and do this. So
Yes.
yeah. Well, I really enjoyed our conversation today,
Me
Rachel.
too, friend.
This is always so much fun. And this is what we chat about like all the time. Every time we just bowled together, which was really fun. And then we also do networking events together. And then sometimes if I'm like, I just need some hair therapy, I go in and sit in her chair and all the things. And she did Kenzie's first cut and the only hairdresser that will ever touch her
Yes.
hair ever.
Yes.
We're growing out stage right now.
I know. My hair's getting so long.
I know it's almost too long. She hates it being brushed. But okay, y'all. Well, I want you to go follow Rachel Harris. Is RAH Hair Design. Yes, that's right on the Facebook. And if you are in Little Rock or Central Arkansas, visit her, get an appointment because she's super cool, super chill, and she is all about the small business owner and supporting. And guess what? The next time that you guys are supporting a small business owner, leave them a Google review.
Yes.
You know?
That's something that I equally like always like, I guess in a way like I for some reason feel bad for asking for that, but I equally
No.
forget about it too.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
Leave them a nice Google review because that'll help in the future.
Yes.
So, do you have anything else to lead us out on?
I just want to say too, in the process of opening my business, I met a lot of people. So, here we are, we're ranting about a lot of the things that, but equally, I want to encourage you because when I was about to open my business, I met so many people that they have had a dream of opening some kind of business for a lot longer than I ever did.
Yeah.
And there are so many factors. There are so many things that hold people back. But I would encourage you, to me, anytime that I've thought about going back to working for someone else, working in some kind of different setting where I'm not, making my own schedule,
Mm-hmm.
like that sounds like to me a worse situation than
Real cringe.
yes. So if you have the dream, I encourage you to get out there and do it. And
Absolutely.
I think that there are equally more people out there that if you're really honest with yourself, it's like if you don't decide to go through with it or you don't at least try, you're going to look back on that, a years from now, and you're going to regret that you didn't at least try to put
Exactly.
some kind of effort into that.
Yep.
I enjoy being an entrepreneur.
I wouldn't
Enjoy
know what
owning.
else to do.
No,
I've literally done it since I was 18. I don't even
I don't
know.
think I have any other qualifications.
All right, y'all. Well, we'll catch you on the next episode. Thank you so much, my love, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Good job.
Oh,
So
so
fun.
fun. You can come in now.
Oh.